Hey tribe, welcome back to my channel. Let's speak and let's see what is happening next week. We're gonna have something that you might need to know about. And let's go as usual. Pile number 1 is on your left, pile number 3 is on your right. If you need some more time, stop the video right here and I'll catch you in timestamps. Hello pile number 1 people, let's see what is up next week. We're gonna have your main card here today is from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, in case anyone will be asking. Right, we have the Ace of Air. Let's see which deck I want to use for you all. Let's get that one. Let's go with Santa Muerte Tarot. Alright, so let's put this card right up here. This is your main energy. This is the week of inspiration, light bulb moments, ideas, okay? But the way that I'm looking at this card specifically, it seems like as if this is a download that you are getting. Either someone else sparks an idea in you, acts like an inspiration, or you're getting a really valuable download for the next week and a half. Let's get to the storyline. Let's see what needs to be highlighted. Okay. Next week and a half. If you are waiting for someone to speak up, or you are working on your throat chakra, it feels like there is some sort of clearance happening as I'm clearing my throat. You have the Ten of Cups. Another Ace of Pence. Okay. You have the Nine of Swords. And you have the Five of Swords. Okay, let's see. Let's look at this. Let's look also at the bottom of the deck. And we have the Tower. Right. This is good. Because I like Tower in this setting right here. As we are finishing the storyline. Here, what is happening next week, we're going to have a lot of people are, especially those who had issues, mental issues, anxiety, who felt like the world was coming after them instead of providing for them. It feels like you're getting answers. You're getting answers, you're getting clarity of mind. If there was some sort of illusion or you felt imprisoned by your own mind or by external circumstances, this is going to be resolved. It might not be rainbows and butterflies, but resolution is on the horizon. It's a really good week connecting to family members. I wouldn't be also surprised if someone received a gift. Would it be your chosen family, right? Like your soul tribe. It doesn't have to be your bloodline only. It can be your friends, your lovers. I can't with the throat in pile number 1. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. So I had to clear my throat because this is like, it's a lot in this reading. And it feels like when we're looking at this Tower card right here, I want to get rid of all of this clutter. So some people might want to do some sort of cleansing. You will feel I need to do so. Like literally I had to stop the video to clear my throat. It's like you're being pushed to do so, or you're being pushed to look at what is that thing that is keeping you somehow in a limbo or making you feel restricted. Now when we're talking about the family, chosen family, I'm seeing someone receiving a gift or some sort of support, and it feels like for most of you this is going to be material support. It can manifest in ways where someone talks about, say, oh, by the way, my neighbor built her own business. It's a new business and she's looking for people to hire, and you go, you know what, tell me more because I'm pretty interested in that field myself. Something is being provided to you, or something is being suggested to you, and it's gonna come in various different ways. So keep your eyes open for the next week we're gonna have. I'm seeing a lot of people are focusing on the ideas. What idea do I have that comes from within myself, what I actually want to do, to gain, that has a long-lasting potential, that has a long-term potential. And it's highly connected to your finances and your resources. Some people are really drawn going outside, like either for a walk, and this is really good for your headspace. I would highly suggest you doing that, especially if you need to clear your head. Even say if you're at work, take 5 minutes to go outside. Just to go outside, feel the sun, feel the wind. Other people are really drawn to the forests. Would it be mushroom picking, berry picking, or like literally maybe picking even acorns or anything like that. Anything that we can find in the forest, it feels like it's gonna have a connection to your material life somehow. So pay attention what you're drawn to pick, or pay attention what you see on your way somewhere that comes from nature. You don't have to, for example, if you go into work and you go in by foot, you don't have to search for it intentionally, but something is going to draw your attention that is on the ground. Look up a meaning of it. There is symbolism in it, and there is a message for you there. Specifically, it's coming from one of your ancestors, someone that is in ancestry line, that are kind of like dropping the hints, okay? Now, let's be a little bit more specific here. Let's peek into your relationships overall, and then we're going to be looking at your career and finances. Okay, what do we need to know about your relationships? Would it be platonic, romantic, business, whatever needs to come through here? We have the 8 of Cups, we have the 9 of Wands, we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, we have the Moon, and I feel like I want one more. And you have the Santa Muerte. Okay. I don't know who's going through this, but someone is going through a grieving process. Maybe someone has to let go of someone in their life due to some sort of circumstance. Sometimes people move, sometimes people separate, sometimes people feel a distance and they feel like they're grieving that relationship. There could be many various reasons for that. But what's important next week, we're going to have not to build walls up, to really speak about what's on your heart, to be open to people. What is it that you struggle with? What is it that you struggle within yourself sometimes that maybe you don't tend to talk about? What is hiding in the depths of yours? It's going to be a really, really good week to speak your heart out, sing your heart out, put it into art, into some sort of, express it into your creation, however that creation manifests for you. It's also a good week for people to, if you felt like you wanted to let go of a person in your life and you know that it is time because you struggle again and again and again, and this relationship is not a relationship that you feel you need to keep entertaining, keep investing in, this is the week to do so. There is support system around you, at least a couple of people that I'm seeing that you can reach out to if you're going through that turmoil. And if you need emotional support. This is a week when we're diving deep and we need to realize what do we want from ourselves, for ourselves. You may feel quite emotional next week we're gonna have, and this might rub off on your relationships because you're very open. Be careful, my empaths, because some of you will take on someone else's fears and you may mistake it for your own. You may take on someone else's anxieties and mistake it for your own, and guilt trip yourself. Why am I feeling this way? Nothing has happened for me to feel this way. So know energetic boundaries and catch yourself. Ask yourself a question: is that really mine? Because for some of you, it's going to be someone else's. Specifically, if you're being surrounded by someone who is struggling with unbalanced hormones. So for example, someone who's pregnant, someone who's PMSing, someone who overall maybe has hormonal imbalance, this may come to the surface. And someone's really, someone is really sensitive. Now, if you yourself are going to feel that way, super sensitive, let's say for my women out there, you have your periods, there's something to do with this moon phase and your hormones, overall I'm being shown the water in the body. This would be a good time if you had any repressed emotions that you carried with yourself for a long time, to release it. You're gonna feel really light afterwards. Say if you didn't want to look at the issue or the trauma or at some sort of sadness before, say you were busy, you didn't feel like it was the right time, you didn't have enough energy, because it requires energy, right? Next week and a half is a really good time to let it all out. I'm seeing you may hear the news that someone is expectant or someone is giving birth. Maybe that's you. If that's the case, congrats. Those who do not want to get pregnant, I'd say watch it. You know what you need to do. Overall, it's quite a fertile week, but it's all very connected to your emotions. Fertility and emotions, fire and water. Once you find a good balance between those two, I feel like you can create quite a lot of things. Set intentions. It's quite a powerful week for you to set intentions, especially when we're talking about relationship area. Would it be with other people? Say you set an intention, something that you want to bring into your life regarding relationships or partnerships. Or if you are trying to have a better relationship with self, a stronger relationship with self, that would be also a good time to set intentions. Okay, let's speak into your finances and career. What do we need to know about your finances and career? Pile number 1. We have the Queen of Swords coming through. Okay. You have the Knight of Cups. You have the Ten of Pentacles. Strength. And the Page of Pentacles. Oosh. Nice. Okay, let me adjust you slightly. Right, bottom of the deck you have the King of Pentacles. Wow. A really good week for finances and career. Anything that you're doing, if you're focused, because I'm seeing you have quite a lot of knowledge in the field that you're working in, or in the field that you want to progress. If you don't feel that way, if you feel like a newbie, practice more, pick up more books, but that's not for all of you. I'm seeing your expertise and your knowledge is being highly appreciated. And now this could be by people surrounding you, so you are being acknowledged for the work that you're doing. And you're receiving some sort of gift. And this could be financial gain, like a bonus. If you are seeking for a new job, this would be a week to send as many CVs as possible. But for most of you, I'm getting that if you already send out those CVs, you're probably getting a job the next week and a half. This is not the week where you are thinking that I do not have enough financially. I feel like you act as an inspiration for some other people. You in their eyes, you look like someone who has their shit together financially. You are safe, you are secure. Doesn't matter how much you have, it's what people think and see. Because our perception might be one and other people's perception might be the other. I want to say you are discovering this chest because we have the Page of Pentacles here, as if this page was on the way somewhere and found a pentacle and put it in their pocket. Keep your eyes open because you literally may find something very valuable. For example, a job, a partnership, piece of information that grows your financial abundance. If you need financial support or material support, this is the week when you are receiving it. I'm seeing someone wanting to provide to you in some way or gift to you. This is quite an abundant week for pile number 1 financially. Luck is on your side. The next card that we have after King of Pentacles is the Three of Pentacles. This is a great time for collaborations, teamwork. It's gonna take you really far. If you surround yourself with people who are also skillful and who do not what's the word I'm looking for? People who don't moan about how much they don't have, people who are very focused to improve themselves. These are not the people in your surroundings here, what I'm seeing, who are going to be in victim mindset. They're like, okay, what do I need to do in order to improve my situation? I have no time to dwell on something that I don't have enough of. This is a time when I'm really focused on what I'm trying to build here and what I'm trying to grow. So teamwork, strong team is really important next week we're gonna have. Some of you are recognizing that in ways that are really weird. It's like almost as if it's gonna hit you at one point the next week how important it is to be surrounded by people who have a stable mentality, who have a grounded mentality, who are grounded individuals overall. Because I really feel like for pile 1, you may have had people in your surroundings, or you chose those people, because we choose people, right, to communicate to, who kept moaning what they don't have, and they kept blaming everyone else for their problems. And next week we have a strong team, or at least we're focusing to have a strong team. And that's going to be that golden key. Not that you need people in order to go far, but you're going to go further. You're going to exchange skills, you're going to exchange knowledge that's going to help you build that heritage that you want to build. You may receive offers with the Knight of Cups. And I feel like for some of you may receive a couple of offers. So you're going to have to make a choice. What do you want to do? I'm seeing one offer, I'm tapping into someone's specific story. One offer is more financially beneficial, but the other offer is more interesting. So answer a question for yourself. What is it that you need right now at this very moment? Let's see, anything else? Literally, this feels like a week where you're finding treasure. In some way, you are finding treasure. You are seeing how those seeds that you planted, they're growing. It's something very visual. You are able to see your financial growth or growth in your career very clearly. It's not coming through as a hint, it's coming through really straightforwardly. For example, you're receiving an email you're gonna feel really happy about. you're having a conversation with someone. It's like I want to jump around. I'm so happy, I want to jump around. A lucky breakthrough. This is a week for lucky breakthroughs. Just keep being focused. Know your worth here. Know your expertise and knowledge that you have. And keep moving forward. This is a great week for you financially and career-wise. So I hope this made sense, pile number one. Thanks for being here. As usual, if you need more content, find me on Patreon. And until the next time, bye for now. Hey, pile number two, let's see what is up next week, week and a half, what you might need to know about, what's beneficial. Now, the card that we have here today that I've pre-pulled is from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot, in case anyone will be asking. Let's see what we got. We have the Five of Cups to start with, and I'm going to pull more cards to see what this is talking about. And the deck that I'm going to be using is the Super Lunaris deck, I feel. Let's get it. Okay, let me see how this Five of Cups makes me feel before I pull the cards. I'm seeing that someone is concerned, but it feels like someone is concerned for someone else. It does not feel like this is my thing. Either maybe someone is concerned about you, like honestly concerned, someone who loves you, someone who cares for you, or you are concerned about someone else. But when I'm looking at those fishes here, there's that reminder for someone that you're not alone. There is support around you that you don't see with a naked eye sometimes. So remember that. And I'm looking at those sun rays. It's like universal sun rays almost shining from above. You're getting some sort of spiritual support here, or someone who is struggling is getting some sort of universal support, energetic support. It feels like some people might be going through emotional or energetic healing, as if I'm not feeling really good today, like we have our ups and downs, right? And I'm seeking for universal support. So some of you might be doing a guided meditation, you're visualizing those sun rays or the light, the vibration coming down at you. Some people are envisioning someone else who's struggling being healed, so performing a healing on someone else. But this is strong shit. It's not like, oh, you know, I sat down 5 minutes and I visualized. This is strong stuff that comes from your power center, from your heart space, and is really impactful, life-changing almost. Oosh. Okay, let's see. Let's see how this ties into the cards that we'll get from Super Lunaris deck. I feel like that card wants to come out. Let's take it. Let's see. We have the King of Swords. And again, you see like we have similarities to these two cards. If you look at the King of Swords in this deck, we have this light coming down at him. This is like an open channel. Someone acts like an open channel next week, week and a half. Let's see. I'm intentionally pulling the vibration from somewhere. For a lot of you, this is going to be the source, universe, however you want to call it, in order to use it for my intention that I set, what I'm doing here. Yeah, strength. We have Three of Pentacles, doesn't surprise me. This is teamwork. This is strong teamwork to help someone out, to help someone to overcome some sort of issue, difficulty, emotional turmoil. We can work together in order to resolve this. Bottom of a deck, we have High Priestess. That does not surprise me at all. So there is some sort of what is happening is strengthening of someone else's either energetic field, making someone feel that they're not alone. Strong support system is here, but it feels like this is a practitioner, someone who's really good at their work, helping people in difficult situations, is performing a session or doing a session on someone using techniques that they're good at, that they have perfected, techniques that work on someone else. There's a bit of that energy pick me up type of thing. Someone is really struggling inwardly and they're seeking for support, and someone knows exactly what the other person needs. They have good expertise, they have good knowledge. This is a very strong individual, whoever this is, in order to pick someone up, to help them, strengthen them. Remember, right? Any healing is self-healing. We have to be open for the healing, for it to work. This is a team. This is teamwork. This is not about someone coming into your life and fixing your life. These people work together. They're like, okay, what do you want me to do? And what you're gonna do, like, take me through this. This, if we simplify this message, someone may receive support in their surroundings at a time when they need it. For example, a very beneficial conversation. But it mostly feels like some sort of therapy, a healing session that is happening here. Or you're witnessing someone else's healing session or therapy that you may think you need yourself. And whatever this is super impactful. It's like it was meant to be for those people to find one another in order for someone to be picked up, because they didn't have the tool that someone else has. Very interesting start of the reading. Now let's be a bit more specific. Let's see what is happening in your relationships, platonic, romantic, business, whatever we need to know about for next week, week and a half. What is happening in your relationships? We have the Five of Swords. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Hierophant. Double the 5, triple the 5, 5, 5, 5. So, changes in your relationships, that is for sure. The Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Moon. Right. Let me sit with this for a minute. A lot of people are, if you had issues or difficulties with one particular person, they are being resolved. I'm hearing tranquility. No more fighting, no more arguments, tranquility. For those who do not have any issues with anyone in particular. What I'm seeing here overall, there is this vibe of I'm feeling free finally. And it feels like it's tying into what I talked about before. Someone is finding a way to live a more peaceful life with themselves. So we're talking about relationship with yourself here. I'm much better at communicating with myself in my head. I'm much better at, I'm much better of a friend for myself. What is being highlighted though for next week, week and a half, is friendships. I'm seeing an opportunity where someone is being, when I say handed, handed a new friendship. And since this is the Ace of Pentacles, this friendship has long-lasting potential. This is not something that is going to stay in your life for a short period of time, but obviously it depends. It's up to both people how they're going to lead that friendship, how much they're gonna want to invest in it. Very good week for new friendships or strengthening existing friendships. Especially people who are looking for new soul tribe members. You're going to discover one of them next week, week and a half. It's gonna come in various weird ways, unexpected ways. Some of you might be meeting someone during a course or during a spiritual retreat. Anything that's to do with spirituality. Maybe you're gonna talk to this person about like deep stuff like this, mediumship, spirituality. Maybe you are part of a circle, both of you part of the group. It feels like we are being shown next week, we're gonna have that we were seeking for deeper friendships, or the time has come for us to accept a new tribe member coming into our lives. As if this was pre-written in the past, I wanted to say in the past life. No, it was pre-written prior to your incarnation that around this time, when we're both ready, we're going to meet one another and we're going to create this friendship together. And there's this sense of freedom to this friendship, like we both feel really free to be ourselves once we are around each other. One of those people might be visible online or have a following, doesn't have to be. Could be, for example, someone who is just very well known in their community in some way. Or someone who is or was quite popular. And look what we got. Really good week for diving deep for those people who are married, or people to find new people that they think they want to be with long term. This is the divine counterpart for King of Pentacles, is the Queen of Pentacles. And next to it we have the Success card, right? I feel like these two people in some way, they were very alluring to a lot of other people that they were surrounded by. They had a lot of options, but they were quite grounded. They were not cocky that, I have so many options, like so many people want my energy or want me as a person because I'm this or I'm that. These two people knew their worth or know their worth, and what they were looking for really is for one another. So there's a big chance that those who are single, you are meeting someone that you can see the future with. For those who are married, this is the week when you are feeling overjoyed, when you are feeling that you got each other's backs. Something is gonna happen where you're gonna feel really supported and very grateful for one another. When we talk about business partnerships, I want to say, if you're a female watching this, I don't know why this is coming through the way it is. Show up. make a move first in order to invite that business partnership. You are the one who's making a move. I see what I need, I see what I like, and I'm going for it. And it's gonna be provided to you. Okay? Now, let's speak into your finances and career. Let's peek into your finances and career. Let's see. Next week and a half. You have the High Priestess. You have the Queen of Swords. You have the Three of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Cups. And you have the Ten of Wands. Okay, let me adjust this. Honestly, what I'm seeing here, when we talk about finances and career next week, that's not where your focus lies, to be honest. It feels like you're much more focused on what it is that I need to do in order for me to feel lighter physically. What am I taking on my shoulders that is too much for me? Or what am I not supposed to be carrying? For example, prioritizing your tasks better. This is a week when we're looking at the list of the things we have to do. And what is it that I think I actually need to do? It's part of my job, and what it is not really. What have I gathered over time? What responsibilities as part of mine, but in reality it's not mine. I just thought I needed to do them. So next week is really good for reviewing your responsibilities and making sure that everyone knows what they're doing in the workplace. Or you yourself, for example, if you have your own business, or if you're self-employed, looking at all the things that you gotta do and prioritizing them better. I'm not seeing like a clear message about your finances and career. It's more like an advice for you, what's coming through. Intuitively, you will be drawn to review your material. And just be tapped in, because I'm feeling that someone wants to fight their intuition. Their intuition is whispering to them what they really want career-wise, but they are resisting it. And it becomes really heavy on their body. It's like a clash. You push and pull, push and pull. So truly listen to your heart, your intuition. Where are you guided towards to? Because it feels like there is a sense of frustration from your high self. It's like, I'm trying to give you hints, but you're not listening. How much more are you going to resist this? So if your body feels heavy next week and a half, when thinking about work or whilst working, pay attention to what it's telling you. Tap into that part of the body that feels heavy or overall and ask a question. What is it that I am sensing here? If I could give it an emotion or a name for this feeling that I have, what would it be? So answers are being provided if you dare to look for them, so that you can take that information and progress financially or progress in your career paths. Okay? I hope this made sense. As usual, thank you for being here. If you need extra content, find me on Patreon, and until the next one, bye for now. With the scribe, sorry, I had to cut out the video because I received a message and something is happening with one of my friends. So I have to be alert. Okay, let's get to it. The scribe. I want to say this is the week when people are really drawn to writing reading, but really deep, ancient knowledge. Even watching videos of people talk about tribal things, talk about ancient things. There's the connection to Asia here. If you are writing a book, or if you're writing poems, or you are the one who tends to speak on a platform, this is gonna be a really, really good week. I'm feeling that some of the things that someone is saying, it's channeled from the other realms, or it's channeled from a really wise spirit. So it's a really interesting first card to get for the next week and a half. And I love how this ties in color wise to what you've chosen here today. The shell is grayish blue. So again, we're talking about throat chakra here. It's a week when we're not afraid to say what we think, even if some people may think that they sound a bit crazy. Okay, let's go. Let's see what is happening next week and a half. Let's see which deck I want to use for you. I feel like I want the Vice Versa Tarot. Let's get that one. See how this ties into your reading. This is a week when people want to dive deep. People are seeking for answers. People are interested in history. We have the Three of Pentacles. This is very interesting because every single pile had the Three of Pentacles coming through. So collectively what we are seeing here, the power lies in collaborations, in finding strong teams, being part of a strong team, and being a strong teammate yourself. I'm seeing people are being drawn to go in and exploring parts of heritage. I'm seeing parts of, because I'm seeing like a main building and I'm seeing a smaller one next to it where someone is. But overall what this means, you observing architecture, you want to learn about it, you want to learn about one specific building that calls your attention. There is something energetically there for you, and what you're going to uncover about that building or that place is gonna be very impactful on a soul level. It may spark ideas, it may spark creative ideas in you too. When I'm looking at these windows, this reminds me of Sagrada La Familia in Spain, in Barca. And the whole story of how that church was built, it's beautiful how all these statues are outside of the building and what is inside of the building, and how sun hits it, and we have completely different looking interior depending on where the sun is at that time. So if you want to, maybe if you're drawn to looking up how the architect, what kind of vision he had, how that correlates to nature, what those pillars represent. Those pillars are branches of the trees holding up the structure. It's very interesting. So for a lot of people, I think you're just overall really drawn to exploring ancient, either wisdom, architecture, anything that is connected to heritage in some way. Knowledge is heritage too, right? Tribal practices is heritage too. Okay, let's see. Next week we can have. At first it may not make sense for some people why they want to go where they want to go, but listen to your urges. Okay, look. Seeking for spiritual, some sort of spiritual answers, like you're diving deep. You want to dive deep, you want to be in places that are energetically powerful. Some of you may be traveling next week and a half. Some of you may be wanting to do research on one specific topic. Get lost in it. get lost in it. There is a lot for you to take from that. We also have the Three of Cups in this deck, specifically from this side, because the other one is different. It's a very mysterious vibe, as if she's doing some sort of ritual here, right? She's praising the spirit in a way. She's thanking the universe, the God, whatever you believe in. There is some sort of also sacrifice happening here. I thank you for providing me this. Some of you are setting intentions, and those intentions has something to do with a father figure, or someone who tends to be your protector, or those intentions have a connection with your sense of security and safety, so it can be work or finances. And I think that would be a good week to do so for pile number 3s. You have a very powerful vibe about you, but also where you are or where you've been. And you're taking it with you, and you're using that energy in order to either express gratitude, so what I take is what I give back, or to gain something for yourself. But there is a really good balance between I give and I take. You know, sometimes when people sit down and they're like, okay, I'm going to ask for a peace of mind. And you work with the source and you ask for the peace of mind, you visualize it. You feel it in your body. And what is really good to do at the very end, once you have some of that, you feel it energetically, to ask for that peace of mind for those who need it. So you're giving it back to the world at the same time. Okay? Now let's be a little bit more specific. Let's look at your relationships. Would it be a romantic, platonic, business? Whatever needs to come up here. Let's see. What do we need to know about relationships, pile number 3s? You have the Four of Pence reversed. You have the Ace of Wands reversed. You have the Page of Pentacles reversed. Okay, the Queen of Cups. And another Page of Water of Cups reversed. Bottom of the deck we have the Four of Wands upright. Someone is attending a celebration. I'm seeing surprises. You may expect a surprise that someone throws your way, or maybe you are the one who is organizing some sort of surprise for someone else. It should not be seen, it should not be known about. Now for others, this is universal or godly type of surprise that is coming your way. And with that, what I'm sensing, those who were impatient with one particular person, or if you felt like I really want to hear from them, you're going to get an answer. Next week we're gonna have, should you or should you not? Is this something that is beneficial for me to keep entertaining or to keep having in my life? Someone, right? Beneficial. Or do I feel like I want to create some sort of distance? And it's not because of some drama. Maybe for some of you that relationship is not good, that's the reason. But for most of the people, it's like I need to give someone a break, or someone needs to give me a break, and it's due to personal reasons. There is a reason why I'm not hearing back from someone. Would it be business-wise, for example, like you applied for a job and you're not getting an invite for an interview? There is a reason for that, and I see it now. I see it very clearly. My intuition was telling me something about it already. I'm also seeing that someone's patience is being tested next week, week and a half. But I don't really like this energy because it feels like someone is doing it on purpose. Someone knows that the other person needs something to happen at some point. There is time somehow playing into this. but they're not doing it. They're not providing that. It's like, I'd say watch out for manipulative people next week we're gonna have. And same for you. Avoid manipulation. This is not going to be a good karma, because I'm seeing someone creating bad karma for themselves. Well, bad. You know, what goes around comes around type of situation. I was trying to manipulate a situation to what I wanted it to be. To create, someone is creating some sort of frustration in someone else, but like purposely. And what I see at the end of it is actually, I'm not happy about it myself. I thought I'm gonna gain something from it. There is a hint of like energetic vampires here in this pile, so I'd say watch for that. Do not surround yourself with people who, for example, you talk to them for 10 minutes and you feel drained as fuck. It's not going to be beneficial, because I'm seeing that you'll need that energy for something else that is really important for you. And you won't have it, and there's going to be a sense of frustration, like, why did I do this to myself? Or why did I reply to the message when I knew deep down that I'm not supposed to reply to that message? Why do I keep coming back to the same habit? That's what's being highlighted here big time. You're being shown pile 3, relationship-wise, even when we're talking about business relationships, what is keeping us in a limbo, or what is keeping us tied? But in order for someone to keep us tied, we have to allow it, okay? Those chains were not placed in a millisecond. Those chains had to be placed on people, and it took time to place them upon people. The whole setup had to be ready. The masks are on those people. It's all about allowing things to happen, and someone doesn't want to allow something to happen to them anymore because they are frustrated, like, it's enough. Why am I doing this to myself? It didn't just appear, those chains. It was created over time. And someone is being shown next week, we're going to have that they really need to have their own voice, because someone has lost their voice. And it's due to how they were raised or what has happened at some point. I'm going to give you an example. Say someone was like bullied in their family. They've lost their voice. They didn't feel appreciated. They felt like they're just kind of hassle. And now when they interact and when they're grown-ups with people, they still have that. So that would be something to look at, because we can work this out next week. We're going to have, it's going to show up. It's going to show itself. We can take action in order to reverse this card and say, okay, I have something to say here. I can slice those chains off with my sword now. I have this ability. Someone needs to recognize that they have an ability to set themselves free. And enough is enough. This is deep shit, pile number 3, yeah? This is definitely not for all of you. If this is for you, you know what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. I cannot be in the same space anymore. It's creating quite a lot of emotional heaviness. It's creating quite a lot of emotional imbalances within my system, and that might even rub off on my health. Would it be mental or physical? It usually starts with mental, then it goes to physical. So we're looking at the habits here. Habits of ourselves, our own habits, and also people around us. That's something that needs to be talked about, looked at. You have free will. You can do whatever you want with this information. So now let's look at your finances and career. What needs to be known about finances and career? And I feel like I want to switch decks, and I'm going to go for the Steampunk Tarot. Give me a sec. Okay. What do we need to know about our finances and career? Next week we're gonna have pile 3. King of Wands, Page of Swords, the Sun, nice. The King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, this is interesting. Now, when we're talking about your finances and career, this is a really good week for you, especially if you're seeking for support, financial support, investments, or for a new job, or for a promotion. I'd say for promotion, it might be just a couple of you. It's mostly for people who are trying to create something new in their lives. Say, even if you want to start your own business and you need people to invest in you, like a Kickstarter situation, or you need advice on your career from someone who is a professional. So it's a really good week to seek for help. Not that you cannot do it yourself, but I'm seeing that you're gonna meet someone, or someone is gonna come into your life at the right time, in the right place, to provide something to you. It's like you being given a support, and it feels like it's a material support of some sort. Overall, you feel quite creative. You want to explore, you want to know more, you want to see what else can be done. You probably will feel that you want to approach your tasks a little bit differently, your responsibilities. There is a sense of creativity here. I want to switch things up, and it feels like it's going to be beneficial. Let's switch things up. You receiving news that are going to make you really happy. Those news, it feels like it might even come from far away, like a different city, different land, overseas, different country. Or like an international company of some sorts. That's what I'm picking up. What else do we need to know about? And again, when I was shuffling, the Devil flipped. Together with the Ten of Cups, I'd really watch your surroundings, who you surround yourself with. It can also be in work situation, right? What am I doing that's tying me to that situation? What am I doing? What else we got? We have the World. So remember how I said international? That's it. It's a time when you want to be more visible, and I think a lot of people will gain visibility, especially if you have your own platforms. Next week we're gonna have, as long as you are a messenger. It's not a situation where someone has posted content like a couple of weeks ago and it goes viral, for example. It's something new that you create, and that's gonna have a really good feedback. Again, another ace. And bottom of a deck, again we have the Page of Wands in this case, with the Ace of Wands. I'm hearing that someone is really stoked to start something new. It's like they're calling up a friend or family member. I cannot wait to tell you about my upgrade. Would it be something that has happens in your business, that you yourself do, or something that you hear about that's going to be really beneficial? News from your workplace, news from this new job that you wanted to hear from. I cannot contain myself how happy I am. Let me tell you, someone really wants to share those news with someone else that they dearly love. And again, there might be a celebration connected to your work. Someone's achievement is being seen. And remember to pat yourself on the back. Throw a party, okay, at dinner. I don't know. Whatever that is good that is happening next week, we're gonna have. Doesn't matter how big, how small it is, like extra income you are getting, having more money, have a bonus or a tax return, anything like that. It's saying make sure that you symbolically celebrate that, however you want to do this. So I hope that this made sense. As usual, if you need more content, find me on Patreon, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.